The courtroom buzzed with quiet chatter, cameras clicking, spectators whispering. It was the kind of high-profile case that pulled in reporters, influencers, retired lawyers, and every curious citizen with an opinion. At the defense table sat Elena Marquez, a small woman with trembling hands but fierce, steady eyes. Her dark hair was tied back tightly, her jaw tense. She looked like someone fighting 3 battles at once: fear, exhaustion, and the need to finally be heard. Beside her sat her husband, Victor, tall, muscular, confident almost to the point of arrogance. He leaned back in his chair as if the case had already been won. When Elena whispered to him earlier that she wanted to speak for herself, he laughed, a loud, dismissive laugh that echoed around the nearly empty hallway. He had smirked. You can't even raise your voice at home. Let the lawyer talk. Don't embarrass yourself. But Elena didn't laugh back. She simply folded her hands and stared straight ahead. Now, in the courtroom, the judge adjusted her glasses. Mrs. Marquez, you may approach the stand. Victor sighed, shaking his head, barely hiding his amusement. Told you, he muttered under his breath. This will be a disaster. Elena rose. Her steps were small but deliberate as she moved to the witness stand. The room, which just moments ago hummed with gossip, gradually fell quiet. Something about the way she carried herself shifted the air. She placed her hand on the Bible, swore the oath, and sat down. The judge nodded gently. You may speak, Mrs. Marquez. For a moment, Elena said nothing. The silence stretched, thick and uncomfortable. She could feel Victor's mocking gaze burning into her back. She could feel the prosecutor waiting to tear her apart. She could feel 34 strangers ready to judge her. But then she inhaled, deep, steady, and controlled. And she spoke. Her voice, unexpectedly calm, cut through the silence like a blade. For years, she began, I was told I couldn't protect myself. A ripple of surprise moved through the courtroom. Elena's voice was smooth, confident, not the timid whisper Victor expected. My husband, she continued, believed I was weak. My neighbors believed I was quiet. Even I started believing I was powerless. But that night, she paused, eyes flicking briefly to the jury. That night changed everything. Victor shifted uncomfortably. Elena went on, her voice gaining strength. He always handled conflicts for me. At restaurants, in the street, even with our own family. And I thought that was love. I thought that was protection. But protection becomes a cage when it takes away your ability to stand for yourself. Murmurs spread. Even the judge leaned forward, listening more intently. When the intruder broke into our home, she continued, Victor wasn't there. I was alone, and for the first time, there was no one to tell me I couldn't do anything. She lifted her hand, showing faint scars the courtroom hadn't noticed earlier. So I did something. I defended myself. I defended my home. I defended my life. Victor's smirk disappeared. Elena's voice remained steady. And today, I am told that I used too much force. That I should have waited. That I should have run. That I should have screamed for help. She leaned forward slightly. But no one seems to understand. I did scream. I screamed for years. Silently. Quietly. To a world that dismissed me the way my husband dismissed me. The room fell so silent that even the security guard near the door stopped shifting his weight. I defended myself, Elena said, because for the first time in my life, I chose not to be a victim. She looked at the judge directly. I am not here to prove my strength. I am here to prove my right to survive. The judge stared at Elena, almost stunned. And then, dead silence. Not one whisper. Not one cough. Not one camera click. The entire courtroom, including the man who once laughed at her, sat frozen. Because the woman they thought was fragile, had just become unbreakable.